Hey guys, welcome back. It's me with an update about my surgery. It's been about almost 2 months since surgery. I've been putting off this video over and over. I have a lot going on. We lost our home, it's been condemned, so we're dealing with that. On top of trying to recover, trying to take care of the kids, and homeschool 4 of the 5 kids because of the COVID. And I thought that was what's best for them, is keep them home this year. But here's the update. So the first part of the surgery went well, went great. It was up and fine, and then I had to go back March 8th for the second part. And that's where the worst pain of my life. Like, I hurt to walk, hurt to sit. There was days I wanted to give up. I was crying. I couldn't get comfortable. Like, no matter what I tried after my surgery, it was the most painful thing I've ever experienced. And that's that I've had children. And one without an epidural. So that was really hard. But this surgery hopefully makes me better. Hopefully makes me more mobile. And soon this will be behind me. I'm still recovering, still in some pain. Excuse the little one. Say hi, YouTube. Still in some pain, not as bad as I was before. Like, for real, my husband, he was my rock. Like, he helped me through everything. And I was really moody, like beyond moody. I'd cry. He'd have to, like, literally almost carry me to use the bathroom, hold me up while I was walking. He wouldn't let me give up, though. And these little ones, one of my little ones, are my motivation to why I didn't give up. But here's a view of what they have done in the surgery process. Give you guys more of an understanding of what I went, what I am going to continue to go through with recovery and physical therapy, and months without being in work, which is going to be really hard living on one income with all these little ones. And in a motel for now, trying to find a home. Hopefully we get one soon. Like I said, the house was condemned, so we had no choice but to move, which kind of sucked, like getting ready for surgery and everything. But here is some like x-rays to show like before and after, kind of give you guys a better idea of what happened and what they did. And it was a big process. So this is what they did the first part of the surgery on March 4th. This is the femur. They had a saw down. Here's the after the surgery. Because it wasn't rounded, so it was not fitting into the socket right. I don't know if you could tell the difference, but it's like a tremendous difference. This is it before, and it just wasn't as round as it should be, and it wasn't going into my hip socket right, and it was causing a lot of irritation, a lot of pain. After surgery, this is my femur and part of my hip that they had to do. They had to go in and break my hip into 3 to 4 places and rotate it so that my joint is more shallow. And then here's the screws. You can barely see it. Let me try to hold that up a little bit more. Here's the screw that they have in my hip. And then this is what it looked like before the screws were in the hip. It's hard to see. I can't really get a good angle. But the screws and the recovering from that was the most painful thing ever. They also did have to, here's a better look at the screws and stuff. There's looks to be 3 screws in my hip right now. They had to break it in 4 places. It's the worst pain ever. I'd rather have 5 more kids than to go through this surgery again. Excuse the baby screaming again. Here's a better look at before the surgery and after the second surgery. Excuse my little one screaming again. But they did have to go in, and when they were doing the joint replacement, I had to get a joint from a donor because my joint was so like badly messed up that they could not fix it. So I got a donor for the joint, which I'm very thankful for, whoever that person was. I got a card that I want to, when I get a home, reach out and thank the person personally. But right now it's just kind of hard with no mailing address. But I also, they had, like, because the joint, there was no joint. Like, it was so bad. There was no joint in my hip, which was causing the pain and causing, like, it to pop constantly. And it grew a ball on, like, part of my hip. bone. So it grew a ball, and they had to scrape that out. I don't want to show it because I don't know if I'll get in trouble for showing it, but I'll show what I can. On this paper, it keeps falling. But right there, they had to scrape. And then they had to put like blood inside where they had to scrape the bone so that way it could like re-heal itself. So I was missing part of my bone after that, and then after them sawing the bone, and then after the fact that they had to like put the joint like on the bone, they had to like clamp it to the bone because there was nothing there for them to clamp it to. So that made it more intense, and they had to drill holes into the inside my bone, so that like the blood flow and calcium and stuff could build up better, and they could go back right. But I just thought I'd give you guys an update on my surgery because I know like there's a few people that kind of were wondering, well, hey, what's going on? Where's the update? And then there's some who really don't care, which I don't care because hopefully this helps somebody who's going through a similar situation. Everybody said, oh, get a hip surgery, get the hip surgery. It'll be fine. You be up walking around and, oh, this person and that they knew had the hip surgery. But this one was really intense. And I don't say not to, stop, baby. I don't say not to get the hip surgery. If you need it, get it. Because eventually the pain will go away and you will be better. But prepare to be in some pain. I had to be in a pain pump for 2 weeks. And that was kind of complicated to shower with and everything. And it did help tremendously. So that helped my recovery a lot. And then, sorry, she's trying to show pictures. And then I did have to have physical therapy, which is gonna be hard to do, but I have to get it over with and get it done. I mean, they don't need to see that, baby. And I have to be stronger and get back to work so that these kids can have the life that they deserve. I have to try to blur that out. But if it wasn't for them, I probably would have put it off for like another 10 more years because I'm stubborn and I'd rather just deal with the pain than be a burden. And having to ask my husband to help me, having to rely on him to dress me, having to rely on him to help me walk, and still like this, my husband still has to help me like make dinner, get dressed sometimes, and like I can't carry nothing, so he carries everything from my plate to my purse to whatever I need him to do. And it's not easy because I am like really moody, especially with having depression and anxiety and being stuck in a motel room for like going on 3 months now is hard. But I'm glad I have him, and I'm glad that I did get this surgery because soon I'll be able to be the mom that I want to be and run after my kids and play and go on hikes, go rock climbing, go bike riding, and do all that fun stuff that I grew up doing. But here's the update. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe. If you think this video will help anybody going through a similar situation, feel free to share. And I will make a video soon again. Thanks for watching, and have a nice evening.